Welcome to the SAKI booth here at INTERNEPCON Japan. I'm delighted to be joined by Jody Akiyama, who is the CEO of the company. Welcome, Jody.
Hello.
Thank you. And on my right, of course, an old friend of mine, Eddie Ichiyama. Welcome, Eddie.
Well, thank you, and welcome to Japan.
Thank you very much. Now, SAKI is one of the oldest companies in the AOI business, and you cover the whole area, literally from AOI through SPI and inline X-ray. Can you tell us a little bit about the unique selling proposition that SAKI brings?
Okay, technical coverage. We are one of the few vendors that we can cover from head to toe, starting from the SPI all the way, as you say, all the way to the X-ray. And we built and design from hardware and the software all together in the same, under the same name of SAKI in the in-house. Right. And that's the very unique part. And what we are trying to focus and showcase this time is to try. We can develop many different lineups to fit the people's need, but what we are trying to focus now is how can we co-use the same structure by accumulating many other different models into the one structure. And that's what we're doing now. The SPI, AOI, and XXL size, and a dual lane. I mean, you have so many variety of many different usage. Now, what you see here in the showcase today is that we are using the same structure framework. To be exact, 9 different models can be housed in one single frame. This
right.
Framework. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So basically, what you're saying is that any of the different models you have can be used the same software platform
and hardware
and hardware platform.
Right.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, the company's expanded quite a bit over the years, and Jody, maybe you could tell us a little bit about this. I mean, how many offices do you have now around the world?
Now we have 13 offices. Since this company, SAKI Corporation, is founded in 1994, just right after the establishment, we expand our business for the global wide. So now we offer to our service and installation 76 countries all over the world.
So you've got 13 offices doing direct sales and service, covering 76 countries in total.
Right. Of course, we have so many co-partner distributor all over the world.
So anyway, when we talked about this off camera, one of the key elements you mentioned was the status of the hardware. It's equally as important as the software. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Exactly. So the AOI in particular, we are known as a Department of Information. And the software itself, we can tweak, or we can do many things on the software side, but when it comes down to it, the hardware structure must be robust. And robust, because now we're talking about Industry 4.0 and try to be connected with other production machinery. So what about the trust? What about the credibility? What about the repeatability itself in hardware itself? If it's not robust enough, how do you trust the information? Up to the certain level, we can, of course, we can do many things in the software, but once again, the hardware have to be robust in order to build anything on top of it. It's the same thing as building a house. So now we are engaged, and also we are engaged to the many big players in our industry, and they are really appreciating our robust hardware structure and the design that it can withstand, and the trust, the number that we can create from the inspection field.
It's an important point. I mean, because obviously you're doing metrology here, you're doing precise measurement, and if you don't have a robust machine, then you're not going to get an accurate measurement. It really comes back to the accuracy.
Right. So, I mean, the many of the customer doesn't even have the floor, I mean, the shop floor on the first ground floor. Sometimes it's on the fourth floor. I mean, what about if the hardware itself is not robust? I mean, how do you trust it? So we built and design our machine and the products from the scratch, from the hardware. That's where it comes from, you know.
So, you know, obviously you mentioned there briefly about Industry 4.0, which is the big thing at the moment, the factory automation. And inspection is a very big part of that equation. How is SAKI integrating with all the different vendors and people that are involved in this journey?
Right. And first of all, I mean, I was very admire you on the panel discussion from Productronica anyway, but I also have the impression that nobody has a particular answer yet. But then again, as an AOI vendor, we what we can do is we are the Department of Information. We have a lot of information. And what can we do now to be prepared to be connected with other production machinery is to be more open, easy source to be connected with outsource. So we modularize the outside connection to be open, so it doesn't affect or it doesn't be part of the main structure of the software directly affect the inspection software stream. So we separate that and we made a modularize that on the external connection to it. And that's what we are prepared, and it's so easy to connect, and our machine is connectable with the many different major players nowadays. Yeah.
I think it's a very important point. You know, I mean, I'd rather see a much more open connection platform with everybody rather than trying to sort of guide it into these silos where they don't communicate. But I think that's excellent.
So what could be the most ideal connection today might not fit tomorrow. So we have to stay open, and that's what we try to be. And I think the people are very appreciative to that.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I want to thank you, Eddie, for giving us a little overview of what's happening here at SAKI today, and also to you, Jody, for joining us. Thank you very much, and we look forward to hearing more from both of you in the near future. Thank you.